Somebody DM'd me this question. Since my husband turned 50, he has become sexually adventurous and wants to have sex in public. I love his enthusiasm, but his desire to be a risk taker when it comes to our sex life is too much for me. I want to fulfill all his desires, but I am uncomfortable having sex in public. How do I tell my husband that he is turning me off? Okay, well, okay. Before you tell him how you feel about what he's asking, why don't you have a conversation about why he's asking it? Where is it coming from? What sort of fantasy, wish fulfillment, desire fulfillment does having sex in public provide for him? Because there may be another way to do it, right? But you'll never know it if you don't ask more questions about where's this coming from? What does it do for you? Is it the rush? Is it the risk? What about the risk? You know what I'm saying? You got to really start to ask questions and listen without judging or without the need to sort of jump in and give him your opinion. Just take a bunch of information in, because I say it again. You guys may be able to fulfill that side of what he's experiencing without having sex in public. Like literally out in public, right? You know, so there may be other ways to do it, like go to a hotel and have the windows open when you're having sex. It's not in public, you know what I'm saying? But a little bit. I'm just saying. I wouldn't just, sort of shut it down before I at least tried to figure out what's going on. Okay? Because you don't just turn 50 and then all of a sudden I want to have sex in the park. It's kind of not how it goes. Something else seems to be going on, and you need to know what it is. And I'm not saying that whatever's going on is negative. It may not be negative at all. It may be the maturation, the evolution. You need to understand it. At least give him the opportunity to express that part of him verbally so he can at least feel understood. Now, you asked me specifically, how do you tell him that, this thing is turning you off? Well, I think you do it very delicately, because you don't want to lose your marriage or lose your husband over a conversation about public sex. Marriages and relationships ought to be a lot bigger than sex, right? Now, sex is an important part of it, but if that's all you got, and if that's the deal breaker, then I don't know what you call that. I certainly wouldn't call it a very successful marriage that's going to have longevity built into it. So however you decide to tell him, and this is not something you're interested in doing, I suggest you do it with kindness and empathy, and I suggest you do it only after he has felt like he has been heard. Because what you don't like isn't more important than what he's choosing to desire. Both these things are very important. What you don't want to do and what he's asking you to try to do and become. Neither one of you should treat the other's manifestation or presentation or question or disposition as something adiaphora and irrelevant. You both have significant things to say. If you say them with kindness, if you say it with a sense of understanding that the relationship is bigger than having sex or wherever you have sex, then even if you don't agree on this, you still can agree that your marriage should go forward. And then once you get into some professional help, counseling, to really sort of dig in to why he is asking, but also dig in to why you are resisting. I'm just saying, that has a history too, right? Why are you uncomfortable with it? All of these things are important things to discover. And I'm asking you to do the work before you just make a decision. I think we give people our conclusions without giving them the work we put into creating those conclusions, and that's how we lose people. So good luck with that, okay? I think you all will be all right. In the great scheme of things, this doesn't seem like a really big deal for me, but I'm praying for you.